Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're looking at something a little bit newer. A company called K&F Concept have sent me their carbon fibre tripod to test. This model in particular is the A254C4BH35L, which is a £229.99 carbon tripod that also turns into a monopod also. This has been sent to me by the brand to review. I've taken no payment for it, so I can be honest and open on the review side. What I'm doing is nice and sent to me because I currently only have this tripod, which is a Manfrotto MK393-PD I've had for 10 years now, and I got it second hand off eBay when I bought it because I just wanted to practice with some slow exposure stuff. And now I'm doing more wildlife photography with the 500mm and sort of the R3 and big heavy cameras. I wanted something a bit more substantial that I could use rather than just having the monopod that I have on its own currently. So what we're going to do is, it has only just arrived today. I have not even opened this box up yet. This is literally straight from there. It did come with some protection in bubble wrap around it and an outer box as well to protect it. But let's get this opened up now and have a look at it. So first of all, looking at the box, to say it was well packaged when it turned up, and there isn't a massive amount of information on the box itself. It's quite a clean box. It does tell you you've got a year's warranty that you can get more information on. It tells you where it's made, everything like that on there. It doesn't actually tell you, as far as I can tell, what model it is on the box. So you just got to make sure when you open it you got the right thing. Oh no, there you go. So on the top here, what model it is, and a little sticker, not physically on the box itself. But let's get it open, have a look. Say, I've not even had a chance to get this out yet, and this is my first ever carbon fibre monopod or tripod, so it'll be interesting to have a look and see what it's like. But first things first, it comes in quite a nicely made bag. Seems pretty strong, no issues there at all. Nice big zipper, so that shouldn't, to be fair, pull off or anything that I can tell there. That actually looks like a fairly well made zipper on there. Not that I use the bag that often because I just tend to get them out and then and go from there. That is the tripod itself. It does come with a head as well, so we'll look at that, which is already attached to the tripod itself. What else we got in here? Just you got a shoulder strap if you want to use the bag a bit more, and you have a adapter screw there as well, which I'm guessing is for the head itself in case you used a different type of head on there, but we don't need to worry about that. We're going to zip that up, pop that to one side. We're also going to move my phone while I get the actual goods out. So in the plastic bag here, it does actually have some instructions as well, so we'll have a look at those. You can do a lot of different things. So it looks like it's out the box is a coarser fitting. Most adapter plates under your lens itself that you can buy use a quarter fitting, sorry, and this is like it's half fitting, so it's got an adapter in there with an Allen key. But you also do have a instruction manual. Let's have a look at that here. So lots of pictures are always good. So it's got one side is tripod use, I'll show you the other side. Nope. So just one side English, one side in Chinese. You've got, tells you exactly all the different parts there. What I'll do is I'll put a run over the top of this so you can see what the instructions look like themselves, but it tells you all the different sort of motions you can use with it, how to adjust it, how to adjust the angles of the legs, how to fold it, and then how to invert the center, because you can have it so the camera is upside down. You can get a nice low shot and then use a remote like that, which could be quite useful in certain situations for sure. But the tripod itself, so the head is already pre-fitted. we'll test this head and see how I get on with it, but I'll probably end up putting my gimbal head or get a gimbal head for it, but it just screws on, so you can screw on any gimbal head or normal head. That's actually almost weighs as much as the actual tripod itself, which is pretty crazy, but we'll leave it on there for now. Ooh. There we are. But this does work as a gimbal, so you can undo. There you've got your full gimbling head there, and it uses a Swiss plate design on the top, which is what you should be using anyway. Most things are Swiss tops. My Wembley head is a Swiss top plate too. Very basic one here. A small one is a bit small for any of my lenses, but all my lenses have the longer ones fitted, so that'll fit quite neatly on there. It's giving you all the directions there. The question for me would be is it going to be long enough to balance out the lens? But there are 3 holes right at the top on there, so you can move it forward and backwards to help balance if you are using a heavy lens, which is good to see. Let's screw that back on for now. That makes that tight, but it seems to all release quite nicely. And yes, you can also adjust them as well by doing that, and you can make them go out really wide if you want to. If you wanted to get it really nice and low, it sits naturally like that. You can also unlock it. The centre part then goes up. You can also hang it as well. You've got a hanger down there as well, and I assume, yeah, so these are all like that. This will be another test. This is rated up to 15 kilos, so it should take my 500mm pretty nicely, but we will test to see how it does with those different weights on there. And then what we've got on this side is, so if we go on this side, it says release, there we go, and that releases this whole leg. And I believe that's what those screws are for. It's in the bag, so you can screw it together. You put the screw that's in this bag that was inside the bag itself. That is so light. That's ridiculous compared to my monopod currently. That's absolutely a joke. So definitely looking forward to trying that. That's a massive weight off and seeing if that works well. But there is that other screw in there, which is like a male to male. So that obviously goes on top here and then allows you to put your head over that head or another head on here. But super simple to use. Goes nice and high as well, which is useful for what I've been doing recently. God, yeah, considering how light they say, this is my first ever carbon monopod, tripod, whatever. It seems to be very, very good. Quite a simple unboxing process. It turns out quite well packaged and everything as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it all together properly, and we'll go out with it, and I'll show you what it looks like set up with a camera on it, so you can see if we can balance it out nicely, and yeah, see what you think it is overall. Okay, so here we are outside with the tripod set up. I hope you can hear me. There's a lot of birds out today. They've kind of waited until I've come out here and all decided to make noise at once. But we have my heaviest setup on here, just to prove a point. So this is the 500mm f4 Mark 1 with my 1DX Mark II, and you see stability is not a problem at all. You can shake it, move it, it's not going anywhere. It's really easy to adjust. As I said, you've got the collars here to adjust the leg length. You've also got this lock here, which if you open and unlock, you can move the camera up and down. Obviously heavier lens makes it a little bit harder. And then you've got your adjustments, this one here to allow you to turn left and right and full gimbal, and then you've got this one up front, which you have to be very careful when you unlock, because if you've got a heavy lens, the lens goes crazy. But what I'd always recommend is, I tend to always put a hand on the front of a heavy lens, just give it a bit of a counterweight, and then you shouldn't have a problem at all with being able to shoot and keep everything straight. There is a little spirit gauge in the middle here, just to let you know when, I now the Amazon guy's gone, let's carry on. So you've got your spirit level, as I say, on the top here. Obviously, unless you're kind of setting up something like astrophotography, it's not much of use. You kind of got to look back. What you also see is, because it's such a heavy lens, I've got my Swiss plate set all the way to the back, which can be adjusted here, just so if you have it too far forward, you're just going to get the nose tip all the time on the lens. So I have that set right to the back on here. If you're using a heavier lens, I would probably say you're better off getting a full gimbal to replace this top part maybe, and just having that on there. This is absolutely fine though for most other things. You say you can, as you can see, use it with this without a problem at all as well. It just to give you that little bit more security and control. Like, you can, on a proper gimbal, you can not have this lock set and it just sits there if you balance it right, and you can just pick up any point and shoot what you want to shoot. But the actual overall usability of the tripod is really, really good. As I said, it's got a monopod leg, which is this one here. I have used that a few times now, and again, with this lens and this body, no problems at all. You will get a slight bit of bend if you lean on the camera. So I say, as I have a tendency of shooting with my hand like this on the camera and pushing down, which is fine on my really heavy Monofroto video monopod, but on this one here you'll see the leg starting to bend. Nothing to the point where I think it's going to break. I used to work with I still do work with push bikes with carbon fibre, and I know what sort of stresses they can go through. So I have no issues at all thinking this can deal with this weight here on there. And it's so much lighter than the Manfrotto that you can just throw it on. You hold in your hand, not really notice there. But overall, the monopod part here for what I do is absolutely great, and no issues at all with any of that. It's so nice to use, really easy to use. As you can see, there's no slippage here of the weight going down. It's really nice and secure, and I think I'm going to be using this quite a lot for bird photography. I will change this out to my Wembley gimbal. The actual tripod itself and the monopod part I'll be using daily when I'm out shooting, so really happy with that. I know K&F do a gimbal, so it'd be good to try that at some point and put this on here and see what that's like, because I think that with a proper gimbal is the perfect setup. So nice and light, you don't worry about throwing it in the car or carrying it on your back or anything like that at all. And it can say very easily carry a very heavy lens and a very heavy camera. So hope you enjoyed this video. There is a link down below to purchase this, and I will put a discount code down there too that the company has very kindly given me for 20% off the product for you guys. And if you get it, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on it, because I really like it. I wasn't paid to do the review at all. They just emailed me asking if I wanted to do a review, and I'm very happy with the product. I say the only thing I would changing is this head here, but I would use this head still without a problem if I was just doing astrophotography or landscapes. It's just for when you've got the big lenses and you want to use a gimbal. It's a bit too crazy on its own to sort of be 100% secure as a nice wildlife gimbal. So that's the only bit I'm going to change out. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the fact we're outside for the last part of the video. If you've liked it, please subscribe. We're about to hit 1,500 subscribers, which is amazing. We've gone from 1,000 to 1,500 so quickly. It's incredible. And that just gives me the motivation to do more videos for you guys. So I'll catch you next one. Have a good weekend. See you soon. Goodbye.